He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Packers and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Throwing is Mariota. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Wide open receiver complete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around.
Touchdown, Packers! Bo Melton from 8 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Bo Melton with a touchdown reception to finish the drive off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading him. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
From the 17, Mariota. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to find some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
And out now come the Seahawks. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Joseph Osai in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Roper, he's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. And
this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Mariota. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Now Mariota. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joseph Osai. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On first down, Roper. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Mariota's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA's Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Chubb again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point in the game.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Roper. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Back to throw again. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Roper. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. Back to throw. Roper. And it's caught. Touchdown. Bo Melton with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. 5 plays there on that drive.
And Bo Melton with a touchdown reception to finish the drive off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Looking to throw. Roper. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd down. Roper. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Packers have got it on cruise control.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mariota. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Here's Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Now, this has been a one-sided first half to this point, no doubt, but at least signs of life here. They're on the board.
Yeah, and I think if they went to the halftime down big with 0 points on the board, it'd be a struggle to see them come out in the second half and play well. So very important, vital here. And if they make a huge comeback, we'll look back at this moment and point to the start of it.
Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He's able to find Melton. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roper. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw on 3rd down. Roper. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Packers! Bill Melton on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we'll head down to... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about getting some of their backups a little bit of work there. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down. Roper. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1st down, Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mariota. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fielded just inside the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to check.
And a loose football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota now after the fumble recovery.
that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mariota to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And quickly, they get to the line.
This pass complete to Melton.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Boom, Melton.
A 9-yard touchdown ground.
And the Packers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And trouble trying the middle here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
He's at the 50, 30, 20. And all the way Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Throwing on first down. Roper going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw on second down. Roper. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again. Roper. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And it's a Packers touchdown. Chigacaco. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Touchdown, Packers! Bill Martin, 13-yard touchdown. And the Packers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Seahawks on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Packers get set to go.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is...
He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Another catch from Melton.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Touchdown! Chigakakwa. Beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Mariota on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Joseph Osai.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Mariota on the move, under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Roper.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Back to throw again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses, they've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. To try again after the sack, Mariota. And it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Third and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Roper. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Roper going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, Carter, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast.